Now tell me, Grandma, what happened? Why did you get so nervous when you were talking to Rodrigo Casasola?
Me nervous? No, but of course not. I think you're imagining things, my love.
But then, Grandma, what was so evident was the way that man was looking at you. Do you think that I didn't notice it?
Oh, but I already told you. I met that man so many years ago, and we were just friends, my dear, and nothing more.
Well, even if you just happened to be friends, that day when you were about to leave for Costa Paraiso, you got so nervous when you saw him at the airport.
Oh, you still remembered, sweetheart. What a good memory. You see, I wasn't actually sure that it was him, and I haven't really seen him for so many years.
Well, is he married?
No. I don't know. Oh, will you stop, Ana Leticia, please? Quit asking me all these questions in this little tone of yours. Because at the moment, there are still many other things that need my attention.
Well, all right, then why don't we talk about things that I've learned about you? You don't need to keep pretending with me, Grandmom.
All right. Yes, I have decided to hire a professional investigator to find your sister.
That's great. I assumed that when I saw Ana Lucia's bracelet. And we have to admit that Ramiro has done an excellent job, but we just can't leave this in his hands.
You mean that it's all right by you?
Of course it's all right, Grandma. Seeing that bracelet that once belonged to Ana Lucia has changed everything for me. And not only do I agree with the reinvestigation, I want to tell you that starting today, I'm going to help you find Ana Lucia.
Oh, my darling, you don't know how happy that makes me.
Now stop worrying, Grandma. Actually, if you want to, we can keep the secret between us and Ana Laura won't have to know about it.
No, we cannot do that. You know that I always give importance to what you both think.
Well, all right. We will do as you wish.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
You know
Thank
that
you.
I love you.
Thank you, my darling. No, you can't go.
Please understand. I feel more trapped every day that passes. I don't know how I can go on like this. I have to take my daughter with me. As far away from here.
Take her where? Where on earth are you going? Think it over, Soledad. This isn't the way to solve this problem. Besides, Ana Lucia won't agree.
But she's truly heartbroken because of Santiago. I'm going to do everything I can to convince her. I am so sorry, but you know I don't agree with your decision. I just can't accept that you're gonna be running away all your lives.
Ana Lucia will be suffering for the rest of her life just because you're afraid, without letting the poor girl understand what's going on.
It's just that I don't know what I should do. What choice do I have? You're making a mistake. The fact that you actually saw one of her sisters and Mrs. Ernestina isn't going to change things. Of course you know them, but they have no idea who you are. Don't you see it's in your favor? What are you saying? It's the reason why I'm begging you to allow me to get to know and be close to that family. That way we can be prepared and anticipate what your next move is gonna be.
Nerina has a point, Soledad. We're going to know everything that they're doing and what their plans are if we're close to them.
But you know that I can't.
The one thing you should worry about
What?
is that Ana Lucia never goes to the boutique where you're working at the moment. She can never get near that place, so no one will recognize her.
I need to think about this. I need to. We can just continue talking about this tomorrow. I'm going to my daughter. Remedios, I need you to take care of this for me. I'm begging you.
Marcelo, you have returned, my love. took it off so that his lover wouldn't see it. Good morning, Marcelo.
How did I get here?
I don't know. I came in last night and found you asleep. I didn't want to wake you up. So where have you been? You haven't gone home for 2 days.
For 2 days?
Tell me, do you really enjoy making fun of me? Marcelo, you were in my bed. We have just made love. The very last thing I expected was that you would just go and erase my kisses with any woman that you come across. Now what the hell is wrong with you?
Wait, please. Ana Leticia, we have to talk.
Yes, we do have to talk. I wish you can imagine all the things that were going through my mind, and what is actually worse is that I'm very sure that reality surpasses my thoughts.
Please listen to what I have to tell you.
No, Marcelo. Don't try to deny it. Because I'm perfectly sure that you were with her. I just know it.
Yes, Ana Leticia, I was with her. I'm not going to lie.
But why? You promised that you weren't going to see her.
I'm not going to argue with you, and I will not defend myself. I know that what I did can't be justified.
Well, I am your wife, and I won't allow you to disrespect me in any way. And I'd like to remind you that this is my grandma's house. Everyone in here knows everything that's going on between us.
I promise I won't do anything to hurt you again.
Your words mean nothing to me.
Of course, you're right. I gave you my word, but I failed to keep the promise that I have made. But I swear it won't happen again. This time, I am getting out of your life forever.
Why are you so quiet, dear?
Well, I've been thinking about things.
Like what?
I don't want to talk about it. And you? How did the event go?
Good. Good.
You spoke with Mrs. Remedios?
No, I didn't.
Well, she was really worried. You don't know the city that much, so it's not safe to go on alone at night.
Yes, but Ceci brought me straight to the boarding house.
Yes, that's what I told her. I suppose that's what you would do.
But you know, you're right, sweetie. The city's pretty big, and I think it's difficult to get to know the place completely. You know what? I do miss living near the sea. Don't you miss it too?
Yes, I really miss the sea a lot.
You once asked me if we could just go and maybe live somewhere else, leave the big city, and start all over, and I think it would be good so that you can get over Santiago, sweetheart. And that way, you can forget him somehow.
I will not do that. I will not forget him. I won't stop loving him.
I just thought that it would be easier if we go away, my dear.
I don't want to go away, Mother. I'm staying right here.
Just in case. Think about it. I beg you.
There's nothing to think about. No. You can't do this to me, Marcelo.
It was a big mistake to have stayed in this marriage.
No, I already lost you once, and I just can't lose you this time around. I don't deserve this, Marcelo.
But I am not Marcelo. That's the problem, Ana Leticia. Why can't you accept that?
No. Let's calm down, all right? I chose to spend my life with you. I made a sacred promise to stand by you for better or for worse, and I promised to love you. And I don't intend to give up so easily.
Please understand, Ana Leticia, that I'm now Santiago Garcia. Your husband is not here, and no matter how much I try, I will never be the same guy again.
You even took off your ring so she wouldn't see it. You know that those wedding bands have been blessed, Marcelo. How could you do this?
Will you please, Ana Leticia, just let me leave? There's no use for me to go on being here pretending to be a man I don't even know. That man is gone. Marcelo has to stop existing.
You don't have to get mad, sweetie. I merely reminded you that there was a time when you told me that you wanted to leave. Well, I think now is the time.
No. Listen, Mother, I've changed my mind. I don't want to leave.
Oh, please, Ana Lucia. Think it through.
No, I'm not leaving this place. Well, I just came from Danzaire and I'm not going to leave again, Mother. This is my dream. I want to succeed. Besides, didn't you promise me that you'd give me your support?
But of course you'll have my support. I'm always there for you, sweetheart. But then, whatever you can do in Danzaire can also be possible somewhere else. My darling, it isn't the only dance company in this country. Well, we can go...
No, you brought me to this busy city. And this is where we'll stay. If you don't like it here, then you can go back to San Nicolas, but you're going by yourself.
Don't you talk to me that way.
Anyway, it's not that far. I'm going to visit you once in a while.
That's not really the problem, dear.
Yes.
You see, I don't want to live away from you. We can stay if that's what you really want. We'll stay, sweetheart.
We said we'd try for 6 months, Marcelo. Just for 6 months. Please sit down, sit down. Well, it's true. I'm still very angry because of what you did. But I know that I can't blame you for everything. I'm at fault as well.
No, Ana Leticia. It was I who broke the deal that we agreed on.
No. Listen, darling, please listen. The truth is I couldn't see things very clearly. I felt so jealous and quite furious because I know that another woman is winning your heart while I'm crying over you all this time. I have to understand that when you started going out with her, well, neither she nor you knew anything about us. And I've been so stubborn, and I know that I didn't ask you to just say goodbye to her. Sorry. This is all my fault, Marcelo. I'm sorry. You see, I really wanted for you to come back to me and carry on with what we've left unfinished. I thought you were dead for the past 3 years when you were actually alive. And at the end of the day, you agreed to leave everything behind so that you and I could have a chance. What did I do? Well, I was so stubborn. I didn't let you go so you could fix whatever that you had to do. Please forgive me.
Ana Leticia, what can I say? I never expected that you would react this way.
You see, I love you, Marcelo. And I will forgive you for what you've done just the way that you have forgiven me. Because this is what marriage is about. We should forgive.
I don't remember much about our life together, but I'm pretty sure that this is one of the things that made me fall in love with you.
Ana Leticia, Marcelo, Madam Ernestina, and Ana Laura are waiting for you to have breakfast.
Yes, we'll be downstairs in a second.
I'll just take a quick shower.
Sure. Go.
Ana Leticia and Marcelo are getting ready, and they said they'll be coming down for breakfast very soon.
Thank you, Leonor.
Please excuse me.
Grandma?
What is it, dear?
You see, there's something I'd like to tell you, and I want to hear your opinion.
Oh, my goodness, you're scaring me, my love. All right, tell me, what is it?
No, Grandma, don't be scared. There's really nothing wrong. Well, the thing is, Ramiro invited me to a trip this weekend, and we will be all alone.
Alone? May I know what this trip is for? Are you celebrating something?
No, we're not celebrating anything. Well, actually, Ramiro, He just thinks that it's about time that we start making our own memories. A lot of things have been happening around the two of us lately, and we've been having many arguments.
I understand. I know that you two have been quarreling a lot lately, and most of the time it's because of other things that really have nothing to do with your relationship. But, Ana Laura, I honestly don't think that it is truly the right thing or decent thing that you two should do if you want to reconcile.
I'm sorry, Grandma. Just pretend I didn't tell you anything. I do know from the bottom of my heart that it isn't right for me to go on that trip with Ramiro. I'm going to tell him tomorrow and he'll have to understand why I can't go. Sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable, Grandma.
No, my love. Now listen, it is you who should forgive me. If you must know, the strict way in which my mother raised me makes me react like this. And I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Let's just change the topic.
No, Ana Laura. We're neither going to change the topic nor end this conversation. Yes, I'm your grandmother. But both of us are women. And well, even if you're not a teeny-weeny girl anymore, if you need me, I am here for you. I'm here to listen and to help you soar high. And not to clip your wings, my darling.
Oh, Grandma.
It's time to talk to you from my heart. And to not be swayed by all the fear and the prejudices that I grew up with because of what my mother instilled in my mind. Oh, I've had it. Well, I want, and I'm going to be, a better and different woman.
You caught me, right? You see, I'm trying to write a message for the lonely lady, but the truth is that, well, I really don't understand this very well. In this case, I'm talking with a woman that I like, and I think she likes me too. But I don't know her, I've never seen her face, so what then? What if she's a man?
So what do you want to tell her exactly?
Well, I really want to meet this woman who has mesmerized me with the messages that she sent. But now listen, I don't want her to get scared, okay? That's why I'm having such a hard time thinking of what to tell her that would somehow convince her to agree in meeting me.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking to the wrong guy here.
Why is that?
Well, because... Well, I apologize to you that I can't be of any help to you at the moment. You see, I'm also going through a similar situation. You see, I'm trying to convince my girlfriend to accept my invitation to go away on a trip with me this weekend, and, well, I still haven't convinced her.
Oh.
You are the best thing that has ever happened to me, Grandma. I adore you and I have high respect for you.
And I adore you too, my love. That is why I don't want you to go on living with this fear inside of you. And it's time that you start facing all of life's challenges with confidence. This is your life, my love.
I'm afraid of spending too much time alone with Ramiro. Oh, what's gonna happen?
Oh, my dear child, listen, whatever might happen, the only thing I will ask of you is that all the decisions you will make should come from inside your heart and not from your insecurities. I'm convinced that young man Ramiro truly adores you. I know it.
Yes, Grandma. I also think so. I don't know. 'Cause it will be inevitable that he will finally see the way that I am.
Oh, now, my love. By that, you mean the prosthesis, right?
I'm scared of what his reaction will be.
Listen, my love. Ramiro has been your friend ever since you were a little girl, correct? And I'm sure that he already knows the things you have been through. Well, the fact that he has never actually seen you with a prosthesis does not really mean that he doesn't have an idea about how a person looks like when she doesn't have a leg.
Imagining something isn't the same thing as looking at it. I know that.
Well, of course not, my love, but it is inevitable that the two of you will have to face that moment sooner or later. And you already have plans of getting married, am I right?
Well, you're right, Grandma. It's a situation that I have to face sometime, and that should be soon. Oh, I wish I'm stronger and so much braver.
If I know somebody who has been so brave in life, it is you, Ana Laura. You've gotten over both the physical pain and the grief deep in your soul. So please don't stop yourself from finding your happiness because you deserve it more than anyone else.
Thank you for always listening. It makes me really happy whenever we talk about life and other things. I'm so lucky to have you.
Oh, love.
I love you so much.
And I love you too, my dear. And now listen. If you're going to accept Ramiro's invitation to go on that trip, there's no need to ask for my permission. It'll be your decision.
I'll think about it. I don't want to have regrets later.
Oh. I just don't want you to grow old and be afraid to love. Because once love is gone, it won't come back. It's gone forever. And what would be left is the sorrow deep inside your heart for experiencing great happiness once in your life and for letting it go and regretting it forever.
Granny, was it something you've experienced? Did you lose someone?
Oh, no. No, my love, no. I lived a very happy and peaceful life with your grandfather. But then there's still many things that you learn throughout the years that you do not have to experience to know it. Though there is no substitute for experience and learning from it, huh?
Grandma.
My little darling. Oh, Valentine, I'm so happy. I've been informed that we'll soon be receiving the rehabilitation equipment for the children. These will be coming in from Germany.
Congratulations, I'm very happy for you. Oh well, most especially for the children.
Thanks. That's right, the children will surely benefit enormously with this new equipment. This is going to place us on another level. The foundation will be known to be a high-tech organization. Do you know what that means?
Yes, everything will be all right.
Oh, Councilor Fuentes, I'm so glad to see you. Listen, let me introduce Mr. Valentin Padilla. He has been working with us, and at the moment I was just telling him about the very great news.
Nice to meet you. Unfortunately, I don't have good news for you, Valeria.
Really? What happened?
Perhaps you would prefer that we speak in private.
No. Mr. Padilla is someone I truly trust. Please tell me what this is about.
The delivery of the new rehabilitation equipment has just been cancelled.
But why?
They had some problems with the payment.
But I don't understand. Mrs. Ernestina signed the documents to authorize the purchase order.
I know, but that is not the problem. The Foundation's bank accounts are empty. We are now operating at a loss.
How come? And what do you mean at a loss? That isn't possible.
All the money is gone. Before I talk to Madame Ernestina and before I call the authorities, I wanted to talk to you first so you could give me an explanation.
What? Why me?
Because a diversion of funds has been done using the computer that is here in your office.
I'm really very sorry. I swear I wanted to watch your show, but I couldn't. I guess I'm not yet ready to face what is left of my life. You don't know how much I miss Danielle.
I know. Please don't worry about it. I understand. I know at this very moment that you and your husband would rather keep each other company. You need each other now more than ever.
Sandra went back to Brazil a few days ago.
Come on, are you serious?
He really didn't care how I feel and how lonely I would be to live in this huge house with no one to comfort me. All he really cares about is his business and to make money.
Who knows? Perhaps it's his way of dealing with things because of all the grief in his heart.
No. He was acting in a completely heartless manner. He's selfish and he doesn't really care.
I'm so sorry to say this, but your husband has always been like that. It's just that you didn't care before, or you simply didn't need him before.
Do you mind if we change the topic? Okay, so tell me, come on. What happened at the fashion show?
Actually, it went well. Almost. Except for some trying little details, well, such as the arrogance of Mariana's niece.
Ana Leticia.
Mm-hmm.
She knows exactly how to be noticed. And to think that Danny was quite in love with that woman.
She's really very pretty, but that young lady is quite unbearable. It's because Mariana's been spoiling her, giving in to all her whims.
Well, it's funny how that family's getting to be part of your life little by little. And perhaps someday you just might become Mrs. Mariano Alvarez del Castillo.
Oh, Julieta, don't say such nonsense.
I've been thinking all night about what you and Irina said yesterday.
What's your decision?
I won't be leaving. I'll stay here with my daughter. I'll keep my job at the boutique. And Mrs. Viridiana knows the Alvarez del Castillo family.
I'm certain this problem is really making you so upset, right?
But I know you two are right. That is going to be the best way to find out whatever it is that they are planning. That way I'll be prepared.
So that means you're going to let Nerina get close to that family?
Well, she's pretty determined to do it anyway. I really don't think she cares if I agree with her or not.
Nerina doesn't mean you any harm. Believe me, Soledad.
I really hope that you're right.
Well, why don't you try to trust people that are close to you? We care about you. And I do want you to understand that we want what's best for your daughter. Now stop worrying. We're going to help you find a solution to this problem.
But there's none, Remedios. There's none. Ana Lucia will hate me once she hears the truth. I'm starting to lose her. A while ago, she was so serious with me and very cold.
Just give her time.
And well, you were right. She didn't comfort me. She didn't ask me a thing about Sophia. And I was too scared to bring up the topic either.
Do it. Go talk to her. Stop having these doubts. You need to calm her down in some way because if Ana Lucia learns about it on her own, we don't know what she could discover.
Oh my dear heavens.
What? What will you do with the chest I'm keeping for you?
I don't know. Perhaps I should destroy everything and just burn it all. I don't know.
You can't do that. You would be destroying all the beautiful memories that you have from your daughter, Sophia.
My Sophia. My sweet little Sophia. My beloved daughter.
What is it, my love?
Oh, nothing. I was just looking at you.
I like it when you're looking at me.
Will you take longer?
I'm not sure. So tell me, how do I look?
You look okay.
Now, is that all you have to say?
No, you are beautiful and you look ravishing.
I feel beautiful. And it's because of you, my love. It's you who make me feel like this.
Analu, I still can't believe that you secretly took away Santiago's wedding ring.
It wasn't an impulse. I just felt like taking it. Perhaps I shouldn't have done it.
What? No. On the contrary. I would have done exactly the same thing if I were you. Oh, here. Listen, as soon as Santiago's wife sees that he's not wearing his ring, she'll be so mad at him. And then if you're lucky, they're going to get divorced.
Oh no, Maribel, what kind of person am I turning into? This is not me, and it isn't that poor woman's fault either.
Oh no, what are you saying? Of course it's her fault. That girl is stealing the love of your life.
It's actually I who's taking him away from her. He is her husband.
Okay, but you didn't know that he was already married when you met him, and that makes you innocent.
No, I've always known Maribel since the day I met him. Well, I read his hand and then Chana had confirmed it through the cards.
But you weren't really sure.
Well, I wasn't. But what I'll never understand is when we saw each other the first time, Santiago actually thought that I was his wife.
What do you mean? He thought that you were his wife? You mean he told you?
Yeah, that he dreamt about me and that he loved me. And he was absolutely convinced that I was a part of his past.
No. That can't be possible.
I know, that's what I thought too. But I didn't care, because when I saw the look of true love in his eyes and the way he was looking at me, despite the fact that I wasn't really the woman of his dreams, and I wasn't the woman he truly loves, I didn't care because I really wanted him. I wanted to be the woman he loves so much, so I took advantage. I stole his love. I've always known he was married, that's the truth. And I just didn't care that I was already playing the role of his lover.
Oh, my friend, it's all right. Come on. It's okay.
I'm thinking that I'm getting to like the fact that you have lost your memory.
I don't see what's good about that.
Just the other night, you made love to me with wild abandon. I felt that Marcelo, the man whom I've chosen to marry, was finally back. But a while ago in the shower, well, I realized that another man had just made love to me. I just met Santiago. You're extremely respectful and so tender and so gentle. I couldn't believe that it was you. And I really don't know how someone can change into a very different person at once. But what can I say right now is that I'm enjoying it so much.
You're enjoying it while I am suffering. I hate what's happening to me.
Are you telling me you didn't enjoy our shower?
No, I'm not referring to that. I just can't bear to think that I'm betraying myself. All the time, I feel like Marcelo is stalking me. He wants to control my life again, and I'm afraid to lose in this disturbing fight and not know for certain who I really am. One of these men will just surely have to die so the other one can survive.
What you're saying is really scaring me.
It's scaring me too, because I can feel his terrible grudge and thirst for revenge.
For revenge? Against who?
Your grandmother and your sister are now waiting so we can have some breakfast. Let's go and join them.
No, just a minute. You're not ready to go out yet. You're missing something that's very important. Why do you look so surprised?
Where did you find that? Who gave you this?
Did you think that you lost it?
Yes.
I found it in one of your pockets. Well, let's go. They have been waiting for a while now, and my grandma wants to tell us something very important.
About?
It's about my sister, Ana Lucia. She's still alive, Marcelo. My sister is still alive, and this time, I'm going to help so we can find her. Aren't you going to say anything? Why are you so quiet?
Well, I'm just, surprised by your attitude.
I would like you to help me, my love. I want to do this with you.
This is really confusing. Because for some reason, the few things I remember about our life as a couple were when you and I would have these heated arguments about the very same reason. And it was because you never wanted your sister to be found.
Because you devoted all your time and effort with the investigation. You spent so little time with me. That moment, I was convinced that all you were doing was a complete waste of time because I really thought Ana Lucia is already dead.
And what made you change your mind?
Can't you really remember if you found out something about her?
No.
The things that you found out has been a great help to Ramiro because when he saw that the case had been left pending, he thought of pursuing the case. He surprised us all.
What was so surprising?
You have no idea, don't you? Isn't Ramiro a good friend of yours? Come on, don't tell me he hasn't really told you.
We really haven't had the chance to sit down and talk until now.
Well, since you don't know, he gave my grandma a conclusive piece of evidence that proves that my sister has survived the accident. You see, Ana Lucia's bracelet is quite like mine and like Ana Laura's. And just like we both did, she had to replace the little chain as she was growing up. Oh, so I was so shocked when I saw the bracelet.
Yes, I can imagine. So are you happy?
I guess you must be very hungry. You're always hungry. Let's go and have some breakfast.
Will you please go ahead? I'll just catch up with you.
All right.
What shall I do? What shall I do?
Listen, Valeria, you know there's still enough time for us to sort things out. Tell me, where is the money?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a good explanation for all of this, and that's why I came here, so I could give you a chance to tell the truth.
Go ahead, Valeria. Talk to Counselor Fuentes. He came here to help us.
Valentin, are you in doubt with me as well? I am not a thief and I can prove that. It wasn't I who stole the money.
Like I said, the diversion of funds was made from this office and from your own computer. We have the details as to the date and the time.
And when was that?
It took place 2 days ago, at exactly 10 o'clock in the evening.
But I'm no longer here at that late hour. I usually leave at 7. I go home by that time, more or less.
I'm sorry, Valeria, but 2 days ago I saw you here at the office. And if I'm not wrong, it was about that time. I was quite surprised to see that you haven't gone home yet. I even asked you to dinner, remember?
Valentin, I told you I was working. That's why I was here.
Valeria, I believe you. Now listen, I'm really sorry if I had to mention that right now, but...
The Foundation's money disappeared on that day. Then it was wired to one or several bank accounts outside the country, which made it virtually impossible to be traced.
But you're making a horrible mistake. I swear I'm not capable of doing something like this. Come on, there must be something we can do about this.
At the moment, you are left with only 2 options. Either you return everything you stole and sign your resignation letter right now, or I will be forced to report the incident to the authorities, and we will press charges against you. Now, why don't you tell me which way you want this to go?
How is it? How do you like the chilaquiles, Evaristo?
They're delicious, Chana. They're so good and spicy.
Well, I know that's how you like them. You know what, I'm trying to put you in a really good mood so that you'd listen, and you'd understand me. Oh, Evaristo. It's just that I'm really worried.
Is this about that nonsense you keep telling me about?
Well, you
my
see...
goodness.
Actually, I haven't slept for 3 days.
The problem is you still haven't adjusted to living in the city, and that's just normal.
No, that's not it. Something serious is about to happen, and hatred is gonna be unleashed, Evaristo. It'll be like 3 storms coming in all at once.
Is that what you saw in your tarot cards?
Well, they're going to ruin one another. And the truth is, I just can't sit here and watch it happen.
There's really nothing that you can do, Chana.
Why won't you let me go and see Soledad? I know she and Ana Lucia need me. Oh, poor young lady, and we can't let her heart harden like that. We cannot allow it. Just like a rock, because hatred can be so powerful and overwhelming. And do you know what else? Only love can save her. Please let me help her.
As soon as I can, I'm going to ask the private investigator that I hired to come over so we can all talk to him.
Thanks a lot for making me a part of this, Grandma, and I mean it.
On the contrary, dear. I'm the one who has to thank both of you for all the support you're giving me right now. Well, at this point, there isn't much that he can tell us that's very important. But then starting today, I want both of you to know everything going on about the whole investigation. And I also promise you that I am not going to conceal anything this time.
I would like for Amir to be here as well. He has devoted quite some time to this. He exerted all effort in looking for her sister. So I don't think it would be fair to exclude him. He doesn't deserve it.
Of course you're right, sweetheart. Go talk to Ramiro and ask him to come here. Will 1 o'clock in the afternoon be all right?
1 o'clock is perfect. I'll call the office and cancel my appointments. I do have a few things to sort out, so I'd rather stay in the house. I have to go to the foundation, but I'm going to ask Ramiro to pick me up at 12 o'clock so we can get here on time.
It's most probable that Marcelo would also want to be present in this meeting. Well, because after all, the private investigator who's now in charge of this case has worked for Marcelo for so many years.
And who is this man, Grandma?
It's Mr. Evaristo Guerra.